What if I told you that the shortest NBA career in history belonged to someone who once scored 65 points in a single high school game?
My next guest is a North Carolina basketball legend. I want everyone to Google this guy's name. If you don't know this name, JamesOn Curry, one of the most prolific scorers in the state of North Carolina.
This is the story of JamesOn Curry and how 3.9 seconds changed everything.
JamesOn Curry, who had the shortest NBA career of all time, but there's some heartbreaking details that a lot of people miss. And it's maybe the most inspiring NBA story I've ever heard.
Pleasant Grove, North Carolina. Population barely 1,000. Tobacco farms as far as the eye can see. This is where legends aren't supposed to be born. But JamesOn Curry wasn't supposed to exist. As a freshman, 639 points, a North Carolina record. As a sophomore, 892 points, another record. Junior year, 972 points. He was rewriting history with every shot. But nothing prepared anyone for what happened on January 19, 2004. Western Almanace High School. JamesOn steps onto the court for what should have been just another Tuesday night game. 25 shots from the field, he makes 25. 9 three-pointers, he drains 9. 11 rebounds for good measure when the final buzzer sounds. 65 points. Just 2 points shy of a record that had stood since 1950. The gym goes silent, then erupts. College scouts are calling before he even leaves the building. North Carolina offers him a full ride. His dream school. Everything is perfect until February 2004.
3 months before graduation, he was arrested for selling weed.
49 students arrested in a massive drug raid. JamesOn Curry is one of them. 2 counts of possession with intent to sell, 2 counts of sale and delivery, all on school grounds. At 18 years old, with a full ride to UNC waiting, the call comes 3 days later. North Carolina rescinds his scholarship. Just like that, the dream dies. But this is America, land of second chances. Oklahoma State offers him a lifeline. And JamesOn, he balls out. 30 points against Mercer, 35 points against Texas A&M. A career-high 40 points against Baylor, with 7 three-pointers. 2007 NBA Draft. Chicago Bulls, 51st overall pick, the kid from the tobacco farm. He made it. Or so he thought. What happens next is a masterclass in how dreams slowly die. Iowa Energy, Pau Orthez in France, back to Iowa. Cypress, Springfield Armor. For 3 years, JamesOn bounces around like a pinball. Always one call away from the NBA. Always one mistake away from losing everything again. January 2008, arrested for urinating in public in Boise, Idaho. The Bulls suspend him. The pattern continues.
But he was arrested again, this time for being drunk and urinating in public. Then he ran from the cop.
January 22nd, 2010, Springfield Armor. JamesOn is averaging 16 points, 7 assists, playing the best basketball of his professional career. Then his phone rings. Los Angeles Clippers 10-day contract after 1,095 days. He's finally going back to the NBA. January 24th, 2010, Staples Center. JamesOn Curry puts on an NBA uniform for the first time in his life.
JamesOn Curry, the Armor's first draft pick in franchise history, officially became the Armor's first call-up in franchise history after signing a 10-day contract with the Los Angeles Clippers.
That's what you come to the D-League for, and it's just a exciting moment.
Fourth quarter, Clippers are up big. Coach calls his name. He checks in. The clock is running. This is it. This is the moment. Everything he's worked for, every mistake he's made, every second chance he's earned comes down to this. 3.9 seconds later, he checks out. 3.9 seconds. That's it. That's his entire NBA career. The shortest in league history.
And with 3.9 seconds left in the third quarter, Curry substituted for Chris Kaman, which marked Curry's first ever appearance in an NBA regular season game.
Just feels great. You know, now even dressing out for a game, even to get that chance to be ready, call my number, jump off that bench, loose at all times.
0 points, 0 rebounds, 0 assists, 0 everything, except for a record that will never be broken. 2 days later, the Clippers release him. The dream is over, but the story isn't.
You had some jobs in terms of driving trucks and some other type of odd jobs. Did those situations humble you?
I left on my back. I said, I do anything in the world to take care of my kids and to not jeopardize my life. I'm not hustling. I'm gonna do everything the right way. And so like that job, man, it's how much I found out I love basketball. I was doing fracking sand, okay, 12-hour shifts, 5 days a week, 12-hour shifts. All right, so 60 hours. You know what I'm saying? So after I would get off work, I would go work out some kid. One I was doing for free. I coach a team for free.
2017, JamesOn is driving down a freeway in North Carolina. His phone falls. He reaches for it. The car flips. Dislocated ribs, fractured lower back, metal rods inserted to stabilize his spine. At 31 years old, his basketball career is officially over.
His life changed again for the worse. JamesOn was driving on the freeway when he dropped his phone, and before he could snag it, his truck flipped multiple times at high speed. He dislocated ribs, he broke his back, and he had blood pouring out of his head. Doctors had to put 2 metal rods in his back to support his spine. The scars are still there, big, giant, jagged scars. So obviously the NBA dream was over, officially.
From 3,307 high school points to 3.9 NBA seconds to a hospital bed, rock bottom has a basement. He moves to Oklahoma, becomes a truck driver. The kid who once scored 65 points in a game is now hauling freight across America. But sometimes, rock bottom is where you find your foundation. His supervisor at the trucking company asks him a simple question: would you coach our YMCA basketball team? JamesOn looks at these kids, sees himself, sees dreams that haven't been broken yet, sees second chances that haven't been wasted. He says yes. Today, JamesOn Curry runs basketball camps in Drummond, Oklahoma, population 492. He teaches kids how to shoot, how to dream, how to get back up, and maybe, just maybe, how to make the most of every second you get. JamesOn Curry played 3.9 seconds in the NBA, but he's been coaching kids for over 7 years. That's 2,555 days, 61,320 hours, 3,679,200 minutes, and 220,752,000 seconds of making a difference. Sometimes the shortest career leads to the longest impact. Although the NBA turned him off, his name is JamesOn, a combination of his fathers Leon and his great-uncle James. 2 men who believed in second chances, just like the kids he coaches today.